Hello everyone, it is I, Fable, your new best friend. I am reacting to some more of your recommendations. Today because someone recommended me in the video, I believe it was Getaway. They recommended I react to the Scraplets. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. These strange little creatures are how I'm gonna find out what happened to Getaway. If you I'll leave a link in the description to the Getaway video, but this is apparently by watching this, we'll probably find out what happened to him in his story. So let's go! These things are a little creepy looking. They also look like they probably eat metal. Oh dear, I think I know where this is going.
Of all the different creatures that can be found on the metal world of Cybertron, there are few more dangerous to the robots who live there than the ones we're looking at in today's episode. The menacing mini-monsters who eat metal, Scraplets.
Oh dear.
Scraplets were created by writer Bob Budiansky and artist Don Perlin for the original Transformers comic book published by Marvel. They were a species of tiny, parasitic, mechanical life forms
Dear goodness
who
gracious.
infected and fed on other mechanical life. To catch their victims unaware,
I just want to say, life finds a way, huh? In the worst way possible?
they had evolved the ability to disguise themselves as innocent-looking objects like nuts and bolts. Once embedded in the living metal skin of a transformer, they would gradually multiply, eating away at their host's body like a disease until there was nothing left. A case of
Ugh.
Scraplets was almost always fatal, though legend did speak of a cure, a chemical capable of killing Scraplets that was so rare the Transformers doubted if it even existed.
Damn, that poor
Now, the
guy.
word Scraplet was first used in the third issue of the comic in 1984 by the Decepticon Rumble as an insult directed at the human Sparkplug Witwicky. It was probably just a coincidence rather than an intentional callback when the word was reused for the name of the species, when the creatures
Oh,
debuted
these are
2.5 years
horrifying.
later in a two-part story told across issues 29 and 30 in 1987. In this story, a cargo ship sent from Cybertron to Earth by the Decepticons passed through a cloud of spaceborne Scraplets on its journey, leading to the pilot becoming infected and the ship crashing in the Arizona desert. When the Decepticons, Astrotrain, Blitzwing, and Octeon, and the Autobots, Blaster,
I just want to say, poor Astro Train. To those of you that read the comic, if you know, you know, but still, Astro Train, no.
and Goldbug arrived to investigate the crash, the Scraplets infected them as well. The Decepticons took Blaster prisoner, but Goldbug escaped, and with the help of human Charlie Fong, discovered that the supposedly legendary cure was just plain old water, a
Wait,
substance that didn't exist on
seriously? I know it doesn't exist on Cybertron, but seriously? I mean, if we want to see Scraplets as um, what do you call them? Ticks and fleas, and usually we use water and soap to get. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
a metal planet like Cybertron. Hooking up with the Throttlebots, Goldbug went back to cure the others, but the Scraplets didn't take kindly to their food fighting back, and merged themselves into a huge hulking monster, which the Autobots and Decepticons worked together to exterminate.
Yeah, they had to.
After the end of the original comic, it would be a long time before Scraplets were seen again, though they would occasionally be mentioned, usually in a manner similar to the way Rumble had used the word, as a way to insult someone by comparing them to the little monsters. Eventually, though, they started to appear in stories once more, the
Oh my
most
God.
influential of which was in
Question: who in the name of sweet baby Jesus is that? No, seriously, who is that?
2011,
I hate the
when
face.
Scraplets made their TV debut in the Transformers Prime animated series. Now, the Scraplets featured in this show were rather different to those seen in the comic. Rather than parasites that gradually ate away at a Transformer's body like a disease, these were predatory creatures that rapidly devoured their victims, swarming them like piranhas,
God,
and
that's
tearing them apart with their
horrifying.
whirling saw-like teeth. They ate any and all metal, not just the living kind, though it was still their favorite. And though they lacked the transforming and combining abilities of the comic book Scraplets, they also weren't affected by water.
They pick you apart from the inside out, going for the small, juicy bits first.
Wait, who's this voice actor? I know I've heard his voice before.
Fuse by fuse, circuit by circuit, till there's nothing left. Not even your optics.
In this series, a Scraplet trap that had been launched into space from Cybertron eons ago crashed on Earth in the Arctic, where the freezing cold kept the Scraplets inside dormant, until the Autobots discovered the trap and, not realizing what it was, brought it back to their base.
No!
The Scraplets soon thawed out and began wreaking havoc, the Autobots all but helpless against them, even with the aid of their human friends, until they were able to lure them through a ground bridge portal back to the Arctic, where the cold knocked them offline once more.
Oh, thank the gods.
In addition to a further appearance later in the series, when Jack
Oh,
Darby
crap,
ran
the
into
gods.
another pack of the critters during a visit to Cybertron, this breed of Scraplets also featured in assorted tie-in Prime media, like video games and comics. And at one point, there were even plans to release figurines of the little buggers
Why?
as accessories in a 2-pack of Scraplet-damaged Bumblebee toys.
That's
But these wound up
horrifying.
being cancelled.
Oh, thank God.
Prime's new interpretation of the Scraplets would also heavily influence depictions of the creatures in other series, the first of which was IDW Publishing's comic books. IDW's stories featured 2 distinct species of Scraplets, one based on the Marvel version and another that drew inspiration from the Prime version. In the 2015 Transformers Holiday Special, a swarm of the former variety snuck aboard the starship Lost Light, where, to appear non-threatening to the crew, they disguised themselves by merging into the shape of a newborn Transformer protoform. Unexpectedly though, crew member Whirl took a liking to the protoform, and the Scraplets wound up imprinting on him.
Oh.
The Prime-inspired breed, here called Red Scraplets, were introduced in the monthly Lost Light series in 2017 and were used by the mutinous Getaway to execute those.
Yeah, Getaway, you're I don't know, dude. I've seen characters, I'm gonna be honest, I've seen characters fall in different series, but Getaway is just vile.
Who opposed him after he took over the ship. Whirl's Scraplets were able to take command of the Red Scraplet swarm and led them in attacking Getaway, catching him off guard by merging themselves into the likeness of the Transformers god Primus, then eating him alive.
That's for the best.
Scraplets returned to TV
That's honestly
screens
for the
in
best.
2019 in the Transformers Cyberverse cartoon. The Scraplets seen in this series were created by Starscream, using the power of the life-giving Allspark to be his personal army. Driven insane by a near-death experience, Starscream believed that the Scraplets, which he called his children, held the resurrected sparks of ancient
Starscream, why are you
Much larger
insane?
than any past depiction of Scraplets, these ravenous beasts almost helped Starscream destroy both the Autobots and the Decepticons, until Shockwave managed to reprogram the Scraplets and wrest control of them away from him. In conjunction with their appearance in the show, the first Scraplet toy was released as part of the Cyberverse toy line. Able to switch between 4-legged and bipedal configurations, the figure had a push-button gimmick that activated a mouthful of spinning teeth. The same year, Scraplets were also featured in the Rescue Bots Academy cartoon, in which the young Rescue Bot recruits had to deal with a swarm that had come to Earth on a metallic meteor.
Oh, that's
Later in
bad.
the series, the recruits were tasked with attempting to train some Scraplets. Most of the class gave up after a few failed attempts, but the studious medics persevered and was able to domesticate them enough to have them help stop a power plant meltdown on Cybertron. Between comics, TV, and an action figure, the Scraplets' regular appearances throughout the 2010s have turned them into probably the most famous Cybertronian critters in the Transformers universe. And as we head into the 2020s, it seems likely we'll see the little pests again somewhere before too long.
I hope
Just
not.
make sure you've got
I
some
kinda
water
hate
on
them.
you when we do. And don't forget,
When it comes to Scraplets, there's never just one.
Hey, Ratchet.
And those are the basics on Scraplets.
That was interesting, and now we know what happened to Getaway, which to be honest is probably for the best. He was very vile. He was a gross character who fell really, really hard, and just Jesus Christ. They're on a mission to try to save what was left of Cybertron and bring back everything, and instead he decided to go evil and just God damn it, guys. Just anyway, if you like this kind of content, sorry, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Do let me know. Do recommend me some more characters. I love learning about Transformers. I really do love talking to you all. It's really fun. I'm learning a lot, and it's kind of cool. This is really neat. If you want to support me, my Ko-Fi is going to be in the link in the description. This video will also be in the link. I'll also link this video in the link in the description. Please do like and comment on Chris's videos. He's a good guy, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be learning a lot about I wouldn't be learning a lot about Transformers. Anyway, love you all. Bye.